Okay, so hear me out. I love whimsy decoration. I love when it is natural and ethereal and it gives hobbitcore and fairycore vibes. But once a year, my aesthetic completely changes and it transforms from a fairy lives in this enchanted forest into you shall not enter my dwelling unless you are a medieval peasant straight out of a dark fantasy novel. And a hot one, hopefully. And yes, this transformation is happening right now. And on my adventures recently, I found a mysterious list. A list of wondrous artifacts that must be sought for this adventure. So let's see what is written in this list. Hear ye, this ancient parchment roll reveals the marvelous treasures we are bound to conjure with our very hands. The candle holder of the serpent, forged to summon twilight's embrace. The raven of silent wings, to guard the chamber walls. A glass-clad frog familiar, preserved in eternal stillness. And a tome of psychic sigils, whispering secrets between its pages. Then shall we weave the web of silver thread, delicate yet forbidding, and conjure the grimoire of living monsters, its pages restless with enchantment. Beware the hanging candles of withering light forever suspended, their molten tears illuminating forgotten halls. We shall also bind a tome in skeletal hands, its grasp unyielding, holding fast to lost secrets, and paint the portrait of the wandering ghosts, forever trapped within painted silence. The bed of velvet shadows shall glide between the halls, while the moth of midnight whispers drifts on fragile wings, carrying secrets untold. Only through craft shall these relics be brought into being. Okay, so now that we know the list of wondrous artifacts, let's come up with a plan for this adventure. Now, every quest starts with packing your backpack, you guessed it right, and looking through all of your things to see what you will need for your magical adventure. And this is exactly what I was doing here. I was looking through all of my craft supplies and I had so much fun thinking about all of the things that I would need to bring the visions in my head to life. And I also found this beautiful fabric that I wanted to turn into a grimoire of monsters. Okay, so the first day was a lot of preparation. I did a lot of drawing and planning and really did my best to bring the visions that I had in my mind onto paper. Now, I did not have a lot of time, as you can see, so my scribbles are hilarious, which is fine. I just learned that having something on a piece of paper where you can relate to and really making a plan makes things so much easier. I used to just start with crafting and then get desperate halfway through, and this is something that I started adapting to my whole life. So for example, to my witchcraft practice, a spell or ritual without preparation will probably fail if you did not already do it for 100 times. But I just really learned that preparation is key in every single area of my life. And so I did my best to kind of find a balance between making intuitive crafts but still have a plan. And so this is what I have been doing here. I am currently, as you can see, crafting the book with skeleton hands, and I cut out rectangular shapes so it would give more dimension and make it look like that the hands really come out of the book. You can use these little papers for other crafts, and yeah. And this was the perfect weekend because it rained all day long and I could just spend a day crafting, which is something that I have been wanting to do for a very long time, to just get out of my head and use my hands for something creative. And here I am kind of battling with the little bed because it did not look like a bed for a very long time, but in the end I think it turned out really cute. Okay, so as you can maybe tell, it is getting dark outside and I wanted to finish 5 crafts today, but I didn't even finish one. So that's a good start to finish this quest, but I managed to nearly finish our bed friend. I think it turned out super cute. I'm not quite sure if it really looks like a bed, like the face. It wanted to be a cow for a very long time, but I feel like now it is really close to a bed. I don't have the proper eyes for our little friend here, so I will try to find them. Otherwise, it will just live without eyes for some time. But I think it is super cute. I like the lace wings. I think it is such a cute mixture of textures, and it was really easy to attach to the wings without any wire or something like that. But yeah, now I want to finish the moth and the book with skeleton hands. So let's see how far we get today, and then let's hurry up tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know what I thought when I promised you 10 crafts, but there we are. I promised you 10 crafts and you will get 10 crafts. So let's hurry up and finish the rest for today. All right, magical one. So it is day number 2 and I'm officially running out of time. I don't know what I thought when I said, let's make 10 crafts, but here we are. And I crafted for quite a long time yesterday. I think I crafted until 1 a.m. in the morning, and I finished quite a lot of the preparations that I wanted to finish on the first day, because otherwise I will definitely not be able to finish all the crafts, because the most difficult ones are still to be crafted, which are the frog, the raven, and the grimoire of monsters. But I finished our 2 first little friends, and here they are. We have our little bat friend and our little moth friend. Now, the only problem I have with them is that they are way too cute to be dark fantasy decor. They officially converted to the whimsy side, but it is fine, and they are now entangling and like becoming best friends. But I think they are super cute. I spent quite a lot of time with the needle felting. I think needle felting is quite a lot of trusting the process, but I think they turned out super cute. And yeah, I will probably hang them in my Wheel of the Year tree. And yeah, super easy to make them if you are into needle felting. I think they are just the most adorable thing ever. And so again, not really what I intended, but it is fine. I had so much fun. I also, let me show you the painting for first. I also nearly finished the ghost painting. This was another thing, like I started painting and the white color was such bad quality that it did not cover, like even after coding 5 times. So I will have to go over the ghosts again, draw little faces, and like give the trees some dimension. And I also finished the spiderweb embroidery, which I really love. And the idea for this is that we are working with red pearls to give it the impression that there is, I will put the emoji right here, but yeah, I wanted it to be a little bit more creepy, dark fantasy, and so I think this is like really perfect for the theme. And so at least we have one friend that is not cute. I don't know what it is. I can officially not make creepy decor, but we also have our little Snape candle holder. Snake candle holder. But we nearly finished this little guy right here. The only problem was that hot glue gun is not working on silicone, which I usually know, but I was like, this is so easy and simple. It is not, because I used some PVC glue and it is not completely lasting together, and so I will have to redo with another glue. So this will be another to do for today, and then we can paint him. Really excited. I think this looks so good and cute. I cannot wait to put a candle on top. But yeah, also the book with the skeleton hands, really happy with this project. The only thing, if you have skeleton hands that are movable, take these, because the ones that I have are like really cheap plastic ones from the dollar store and I cannot move them. I broke them when I tried to, and so it looks a little bit stiff, which is okay. I have to repaint the book a little bit later today, and then let's see how it looks like. But yeah, we have a lot of crafting to do still, so I would say let's get into our crafting outfit again, because I don't want to destroy even more shirts with acrylic paint and other crafting supplies. So let's do that, and then let's try to finish as much as we can so I can show you the final reveal tomorrow. Okay, so next on the list is our little frog friend, and as you can see, I really love crafting whimsical creatures, except that they all turn out way too cute for the theme of this video, which is fine, but here is the inspiration for this little friend. And I saw him at TK Maxx, and this is not sponsored, but I was like, wait, I think I can make this myself. So I didn't want to spend so much money for something that was not made with love. And so we are trying to recreate something similar. And yeah, for the body, I'm thinking a styrofoam body and then covering it in clay. I watched so much Rachel Maxey and it always works for her. So we shall see if it works for me as well, because as you could probably tell, I didn't have the best luck with like the crafting supplies. The colors were really bad. I don't know why. Usually they work fine even though they are from the dollar store. My hot glue gun broke and I don't know. We tried and you are witnessing the process. So let's do that. So I did make a little foam frog, but it was not working at all as I imagined it with the clay, but I kept the foam frog as a reference for size, which was helpful, but of course my frog turned out way too big. I kept layering and layering and at the end it was just this really funny looking little thing, but I had so much fun and I feel like you can definitely tell that I put my most love and magic into the frog. And then I added some pearls on the back of the frog to give it the aesthetic of this enchanted old frog, which I think really worked well. And then I covered the grimoire of living monsters in the fur that I bought, and I cannot wait to make more crafts with it. But yeah, again, I had so much fun crafting the whole weekend. It was really needed and I really was able to get out of my head. So I highly recommend that you do a crafting weekend if you just want to get out of your head and just create something magical. Good morning. So it is day 3 and we are making progress finally. I can see some light at the end of the tunnel and I just really cannot wait to show you all of the crafts that I made this weekend. I just really love when it is storming and raining outside and I'm sitting inside of my cozy home watching my comfort shows and doing some crafting, which is exactly what I have been doing the past few days. And as you could see, I only have this tiny space where I can do my crafts. And so I have been shrimping all weekend long and my back is yelling at me. But we have to hurry up today and finish the rest so I can again show you everything that I crafted. Let me show you my most favorite thing I have ever done because he is super precious and I think he is the cutest thing ever. I managed to nearly finish the frog and as you can see he is way too big and I'm not good with proportions, but I think he is just really perfect. And I mean, isn't it so cute? He's my new little son now, so we adore him. For a while he was stuck in evolution and he basically looked like this, but he made it. He made the evolution and turned into a beautiful, pretty little frog. So we have to paint him today and yeah, I don't know. I just really love him. But I also managed to nearly finish the grimoire of monsters and I took the book from Harry Potter as inspiration. I wanted to have something similar and this is definitely something that I could imagine in a dark fantasy book, like a grimoire that basically tries to protect the secrets inside, and so it is a grimoire that bites people. I don't know, I have so much fun crafting all of these things. But yeah, I just hope that you get some inspiration for your own witchy home decor or your next crafting project. And just know that things don't have to be perfect to bring you joy, like the little frog. I know he's not perfect, but whenever I look at my little son, I'm just so happy. I'm smiling, and at the end, this is all that counts. And yeah, super excited for the final reveal. So I have been working on the little raven and I really love it. I have been sewing feathers on it and I really want it to look like it's flying. So I also made this thingy right here, and I will spare you the endless hours of sewing that are probably going into this little guy right here, and instead we will paint the frog and the monster of grimoire, and you will see him when he has feathers, and then we have to come up with an idea for, I don't know what you call it. What do you call the mouth of the raven? I really love him and I cannot wait to see when he is finished. But for now, let's get into drawing. Hast du dir ein Nest gebaut? And on day 3, I finished up all of the crafts. I painted the frog and I used a sponge, which I think was the perfect technique to give him this earthy and realistic color. I layered the colors as well, which is something that I have been doing more recently, really trying to make it look as realistic as I can. I did so much research about the colors of a frog, the colors of the eyes of a frog, so I know a lot about frogs and their colors. So yeah, I also finished the Grimoire of Living Monsters, and I just really love that I spent the whole weekend crafting and painting, not worrying too much about the result. And I feel like this is so important to just allow yourself to create something like a little child would without thinking how something looks like. I again had so much fun. I think I filled up my creative cauldron. It was much needed, magical one. It was much needed to be able to give you more magical content. I also need to fill up my magical cauldron. So I really hope you enjoy crafting with me. And I wish I had a black pencil for this book because I really love it and I love the design, but I feel like the golden color does not give it the justice. Okay, so I just finished the last craft, and with that it's a wrap. We finished nearly all of the crafts. I completely forgot about the floating candles, so it is 9 crafts that we finished, which is fine. I can just make the floating candles another day, but I'm super tired. As you can probably see, this is the aftermath of crafting and working for 3 days straight, and I also did not sleep last night, not because I was crafting all night long, because I received a really bad message, and so I just could not sleep and I was watching Gilmore Girls all night long. And yeah, would I ever do 10 crafts in 3 days again? Probably not, because I had to rush through so many of the crafts to finish them, because I really wanted to share 10 witchy craft ideas with you, because I know we have many crafty witches here who also like to make their own magical tools and witchy decor for their home. And so I just really wanted to share them because, yeah, I hope you can pick 1 or 2 that you really like and just, yeah, create your own magical decor for Samhain/Halloween. But I just realized that I really enjoy the process of really putting my magic and love into my crafts, and you can definitely tell that I had to rush through the last crafts so I would be able to give you a final reveal. But we made it. We made it. And so, yeah, I'm a happy witch, even though I will probably redo some of the crafts and put more magic and love into them because they all deserve it. They all deserve it. Alright, magical ones, so I really hope you enjoyed crafting with me, and please remember that you don't have to create something perfect to have fun. And so no matter how far you are in your creative journey, no matter what your creative magic is, please express it and don't feel like you have to be perfect in it, because I truly believe that if you don't express your creativity, life is pretty dull and boring. So just have fun. You are learning along the way. I learned so much through these crafts, and I know I'm getting better with every single craft. And so, yeah, just express your creative magic. And so if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to do the YouTube magic, like the video, because this really shows the YouTube fairies that they can recommend my content to more people. Also, if you have the option in your mobile app, please also hype the video if you like it. It will show a little hype button that you can click, and this is even more liking, so it shows the YouTube fairies even more that they can recommend my content to more people. And also comment down below what your favorite idea was, what you are going to try yourself. And if you are not already, subscribe, because we are a beautiful, magical community here. So with that being said, I will see you again next week. So I really hope you have a beautiful, magical week, and see you then. Bye bye.